So I've been developing this universal dirt bike electric start kit. As a 19-year-old full-time student, here's a realistic look at what I was able to get done on this kit in the last 2 days. Keep in mind, I literally have no hobbies. This is all I do besides school. So yesterday I decided I wanted to go with a compound gear reduction. So following that, I spent a lot of time actually sourcing and finding what gears I want to use. And it's not just finding the gears, it's making sure they work good together, and it's making sure that the ratios check out. But after that surprisingly long process, I was able to jump into designing a case. And this had me stumped for a while because I really didn't know where to start. So I just looked at some other stuff online and I found some cheap like bevel gearboxes, how they kind of do it. And I figured that's not a bad idea just to get a prototype and just kind of visualize it. So I spent the next good amount of time designing this, which doesn't seem too hard, but it kind of took a while because I have to make the shafts, the bearings, the plates, the bolts, like everything. So it took a little bit. And after that, I did some work on making like a chain cover. And this was all just to basically visualize it. After completing this, I kind of looked at it and thought this is really big, and I was honestly kind of stumped on how I could fix this. But then I thought back to worm gears. Typically, worm gears are not the best choice for a high RPM, like high torque environment. They tend to be really inefficient, especially when the gear ratio climbs a lot. But I needed a compact gear reduction, so I had to think outside of the box a little bit. So for my second design that I made, keep in mind this is all within like the last hour. I found out that I could lower the speed coming out of my motor by half by doing a 2-to-1 off the rip. And then from that 2-to-1, I could put it through a worm gear. So this would make it so it doesn't spin as fast and it encounters more torque, which is better for a worm gear system. And that would make it a lot more efficient, so it'd actually be usable. And then from that, I could transmit it to the chain and sprocket system to drive the kickstart shaft. And I haven't designed the case for this yet, but it would be a lot easier than the other case. And that's pretty much what I've been able to get done in the last 2 days.